baby, listen here. Real world sex come with real world issues, baby. Condola and Lawrence had that real world sex, and now she done fucked up the thing. What am I talking about? Girl, let's talk about it. Nessa, girl. No wonder y'all been blowing my line up for the last 2 days about insecure. Let me start off by apologizing. My best friend came in town. Miss Jonathan is in town. And we've been Tootsie Rolling and Fool La La all across Miami every night. Eating good, eating real expensive, like going down to the bars with the rich Cosby in search of our forever. Because I'm looking for some real world sex with a real world check, okay? They could keep the baby part like Condola could have did. But baby, let's talk about how Condola done fucked up the thing. Okay? Not only did she fuck up Laura's thing, she fucked up Issa thing and quiet as cat while we mad. Fuck it. She fucked up Tiffany thing too. She just fucking shit up. And ain't it messed up though? This just hit me in the middle of talking with damn near no voice. It's funny how Condola fixed Issa life and fucked it up at the same damn time. Baby. On one token, Issa gotta thank Condola because she brought out the woman in her. She brought out the business woman in her. She brought out the potential. But then snatched away all her potential. Like I say, snatched the cat back. She said, tricked you, bitch. Oh, baby. You thought you was finna matriculate into a grown woman, business-minded, who gets stuff done and live happily ever after? With your man that you groomed, that I took over the threshold and made him perfect, or finished him off? No, God, honey. So look, the episode opens up. Lawrence got the job. We had already knew Lawrence was going to get the job. What was profound about that situation and what hit me hard, he was like, you know, they gave me reallocation bonus. I'm moving to LA, and you know, he was like, well, you know, would you be down to relocate? And this is what hit me, because Issa on the shit that I'm on. Right now, my life is so good. I'm literally just about continuing my happiness. If it feel good and it's peaceful, then to hell with it. Why not? What I'm staying here for Molly ass for? What I'm staying here for Tiffany crazy ass for? What I'm staying here for Kelly hungry always want to go to Shoney's ass for? Honey, I'm finna go, listen. I'm finna go out there to San Francisco. I'm finna get me a white gay best friend. I'm finna throw parties down to the gay district, and I'm finna let you take care of me, daddy, and give me babies while you managing employees and computer systems and the rest of that stuff. Yes, God, honey, I could do this little, you know, this little community service work. Girl, quiet as it's kept. I didn't even know, but COVID was coming. I could do this community affairs work from home, honey. I could plan Zoom community affairs or whatever the case may be. So yes, baby, I will follow you to the ends of the earth. Okay? So then they go down to the work party. Karate Kid down there with Molly down to the work party. They having a good time or whatever. And then, you know, first year Fish, he come over and tell Molly, oh, you know, we going down to the bar after this. Y'all want to go? Andrew said no. Molly says yes. We see the tension in between them. And then Molly tries to persuade Andrew into going. And being as easygoing as Andrew is, he's like, you know what, I'm tired, but I go just to support you, unbeknownst to us, that ends up leading to an argument a little later. So then Issa goes down and visit Nate in that barbershop. I'm going to tell y'all one thing. Now, I knew that this was going to be an episode that was going to be a little complicated for us, but I thought part of the complication was going to be the fact that Issa was going to pull her panties to the side and let them slide through. Yes, God, honey, that would have been something down to that back office, honey, back in the bike. with his hand over her mouth, hitting it from the body. Yes, God, honey. Then the landlord would have came through the door, baby. That's the scene I want to see. That's the dinner I want to do. Nevertheless, they was back there talking. And she had her back turned. And when he had came from behind that barbershop chair, honey, I thought he was finna shave her down. Shave the kitty. I thought he was finna give her some veterinary services. But instead, he decided to talk all that poetic shit or whatever the case may be. And he was like, you know, I'm sorry for talking down on your ex. You know, it's just, you know, I want to shave the kitty. And now he finna own the kitty. And I'm acting real kitty. And, you know, I didn't know how to process these emotions or whatever, but I damn sure don't want to complicate your life even more than what it is. So this begs the question that I asked last week. All things constant, are Issa and Nate able to be in a platonic friendship? And it's starting to feel like it's possible that they could, but it may be more work than it's worth. The juice ain't worth the squeeze if every time we together I gotta bring an extra towel to put between my legs and in my butt because you activating parts of me I didn't even know I had. In real world sex have real world consequences. You better ask Condola. So Molly and Andrew get back to the hotel room and they want to find LaToya. Mind you, Tiffany missing, but we didn't know this. They want to find LaToya and Andrew wanted to watch it. They had some real world sex. But Molly was taking off her shoes. So like, oh, I'm tired. You know, oh, and he was like, well, I'm just going to watch it. She was like, oh, well, you better not watch it without me. And dun, 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 dun. It's like, once again, subconsciously, Molly doesn't realize that it's always got to be about her. You want to know what's so funny? And people, I got a friend like that, and y'all know her. They suck the energy out of you. They, what is it, succubus? A succubus? Whatever it is, girl. When I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, they didn't teach me shit about biology. But I think it's the succubi or a succubus or a whore. Either way, they'll suck the life out of you. Real world sex. Okay? They will suck the life out of you. And it's not even conscious. Molly is just one of those people. She will suck the energy out of a damn room, making it all about her. And she completely does not get it. You know, from her perspective, yes, she is trying and it just ain't good enough. She feel like she can't win because you said I work too much and then I bring you to my work stuff. No, Molly, that's wrong. What you did, you didn't find a way to appease me. You found a way to not change and work me into the bullshit. And so Andrew was telling her, look, you know, this right here, it's getting old. It's just getting old. And they leave it at that. I was going to skip ahead to a part. But he told her it was getting old. And it is getting old. So within their argument, Kelly keep calling. And you know, Molly like me, baby, don't call me back to bite unless it's an emergency, okay? She sent her the voicemail the first time. Then the second time, she's like, girl, what? Okay, can't you see, bitch, I'm trying to hold my household together? What? And so, girl, this the people calling me. So what? I'm trying to hold my household together, baby. I like living rich. Let me make my money. So anyway, then they get around Tiffany house and find her man, Derek, on the line. 911 emergency. Reconnect the community. Shouts out to Lena James from Hillman. Circa 1991. We trying to figure out what the fuck going on with Tiffany. Where she at. Or whatever. Then when they get to Tiffany house, girl, the lady in there, Gloria, talking about something about some catfish. What did she say about the catfish being dishonest? Now I know fish don't burn in the kitchen and beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. I know about that, but I didn't know about the catfish being dishonest or Trump and the catfish, whatever the hell she said. Kelly ass was not here for it, and neither was I. Was she the woo lady? Was she finna do a voodoo spell or some Harry Potter extra? Like, what was she gonna do? Cook some Zatarans? I mean, What was she gonna do with the catfish? Matter of fact, some Zatarain's and some catfish might have been good. Y'all let me know what the lady said about the catfish. I rewound that part 3 times and still couldn't figure it out. So anyway, they start trying to reverse engineer where Tiffany could have went, or whatever the case may be. Issa and Molly bump into each other, and you know what? It's funny how tragedy always brings folks together. Cause it's like, bitch, I really ain't talking to you, but we are closest homegirls right now, and we finna figure out where the fuck our girl at. So then they go down to the movies or whatever, and they looking for it. They give it to the security people, to the bar people. They can't find it. They say she might have went here, went to this diner, went to this bar, or whatever the case may be. And so they find that she was down to the bar or whatever, and they wanted, not to the bar. She left the bar and go to the Mexican place for the $6 on the Uber. And they get down there and start looking at the camera, and Kelly starts screaming, enhance, 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 enhance. Girl, I thought we was gonna do the cha-cha slide. He said, reverse, reverse, enhance, enhance. It was hilarious. It was like, bitch, this is not Minority Report, okay? But Tiffany was in there with the wig on. The postpartum had her going crazy. Let me tell you something. Don't postpartum me like this, okay? Beg your pardon and write me a letter and let me know what the hell going on. Let me tell you something. And I know depression ain't rational, and it ain't something we should crack jokes about. It's okay for you to be depressed. It is okay for you to take as much time as you need to wallow in your depression. But please do us all a favor and don't make everybody else depressed. It would have been nothing for you to simply send that man a text message that said, I'm going to bury my head in the sand for 3 days at the hotel. It would have hurt. He would not have understood it. He would have been concerned, but not as damn concerned. Now, quiet as it's kept, honey. I had to stay off of social media until today because I kept seeing Condola name, and a couple people had done text me and said Condola had done fucked up the whole thing. Is it me? Or baby, I was expecting Condola to be on the other side of that door in the bed talking about t-shirt in my panties on, just how you like it. T-shirt in my panties on. T-shirt in my panties on. I thought, cause you know she got her hair fixed like a lesbian, and Tiffany looked like she don't want her baby, her home, or her man. So I figured that she was going down there and play with Condola with her t-shirt in her panties, with her t-shirt in her panties on. Now, baby, that's the scene I would have wanted to see, baby. Then they could have turned that into an Insecure movie and a Condola and Tiffany spinoff, and then Derek could have been trying to fight Tiffany the whole movie to get his baby and make her pay child support and shit, a 2-income household with a rich nigga named Condola. See, y'all don't know what y'all doing down there in that writer's room. Y'all need to hire me, baby. I know what the people like. What you like? A whole lot of dyke and hoes. What you like? The brat had already told us a long time ago. What you like? That's what we like, honey. We like that kind. I have no sense. I think I must still be tipsy. From yesterday, I skipped the whole scene when they was on the bus driver, and he was acting like his ears didn't work unless they was behind the line. When Kelly made that man stop that bus, and it was so funny going on in the midst of all this George Floyd and protest stuff, that police officer was there, and the police officer ran after them. Molly pulled the why you running after us, not after them, and that man said, you know what? Baby, not today. He was like, I don't even want them racial problems. I don't want them care problems. And is it me? Or the Kim Zolciak, I'm a white woman, I'm a black woman trapped in a white woman's body. That man had them flipped out. Girl, I thought you was the beautiful black queen. We thought you was Tina Marie, sis. And then you had them flipped out. Just like Karens do. You're blind when it's convenient. But when it's time to get some shit started, now you got your can I speak to the manager hairdo on, and now you a poor defenseless white woman who in trouble. I wish Kelly would have had time to fight your ass down to the pavement. You could have been chasing pavements like Adele since you want to be a white woman and flip out on us, sis. But we had to go find our sister and make sure she wasn't hanging herself in no hotel room. But you know, the sharing and classy, 9 times out of 10 when people do that, they go down to the truckers lodge hotel type of situation. At any rate, they find her. So after they find Tiffany and everybody is calm, Molly go back to Andrew, and she's like, you know, we didn't get a chance to talk. I think we should. And Andrew was like, listen, like, bitch, I tried. You got me on the outs with my brother. You know, this is just one big frustrating situation, and I just don't want to do this. And Molly starts with the, you know, the please and why, and we can't give up, and we put in this much time. And then Andrew asked her a very profound question, which was, what are you even fighting for right now? And that was deep for me, because when I look at it, it made me take an introspective look at their relationship as if I was Molly. And I'm not of the belief that Molly is fighting for it. I think Molly is fighting for the illusion of it. The I'm 30 something, check. I got a good job, check. I got the right car, check. I got a man, check. I've been with my man for more than a year, check. I think Molly is fighting for the illusion of it, because it she has, and she don't know how to treat it. See, love ain't supposed to be complicated. Love ain't supposed to be hard. A lot of people, particularly married people, don't agree with me when I say this, but I mean it from the pits of my soul. I'm not working to be with you. I have too many other examples of free-flowing friendships that work in my life for me to be in a romantic situation with somebody, a love, a life everlasting situation, and every day it feels like a goddamn job. I'm not checking out from the man and checking into you. That's just not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You are supposed to complement my life. You're supposed to make my life easier. Your presence is supposed to feel better than my solitude. I am not getting up every day working towards peace with you. That whole notion don't make sense. And Molly is one big project. Don't nobody have time for that. Like, I don't want to have to be coming home and having to give myself a pep talk, because I don't know what I'm about to walk into when it comes to you. And speaking of walking into, Lawrence walks into Issa's house and tore up her whole life by way of Condola, who fucked out the thing. Now, I had already told y'all that this situation was going to be very complicated, because that's how it always goes. Either your love life be all the way together and your career life be a mess, or your career life be a mess and your love life be all tore up. Your career life be the shit and your love life be all tore up. It's just a lot, and I knew that things were going to be very complicated for Lawrence and Issa, because it's like, okay, on one token, I thought that was the dog, that's the wind howling. On one token, this is not what I wanted. I want my illusion. I want the whole, we walk down the aisle, we get a house, we buy a station wagon, we have a baby. The package deal, the way it was supposed to come. I didn't want a refurbished package, which is, I get with Lawrence, and yeah, we live happily ever after, but the girl that he was with after me is not going to permanently be in his life because she's having a baby. And I'm sorry, Condola, you need to take your ass down to the clinic, okay? And I don't mean to offend nobody. I ain't trying to tell that woman what to do with her body, but you fucking up a whole lot of people's life with these real world saints that's having some real world consequences that we ain't ready for. Now this affects Lawrence's, and it's so funny because when you put this, Condola took a role that a lot of women end up having to take, especially career women who have their stuff together, when they let the man off the hook by saying you can be as involved or non-involved as you would like to be. It's no pressure, but I'm keeping this child. That is a lot, because if you say that to a good man is going to step up to the plate and handle his responsibilities regardless of if you allowed him off the hook or not. This changes things. Lawrence ain't moving to no San Francisco. And I wouldn't be surprised if Lawrence find himself in a situation that I've had quite a few friends, particularly some friends from college, find themselves in. It's like, shit, this isn't ideal. It's not what I wanted. I mean, we do have chemistry and we do get along. You got my baby. oh well, let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not be surprised if Lawrence and Condola found themselves in a situation like that. And to be honest, in the short run, for the first 10, 15, 18 years, it probably actually wouldn't be that bad. I mean, they do bond, they do click. You know, career-wise, they're on point. But if you watch Pretty Little Fires Everywhere, how she resented that fourth child, Lawrence would probably somehow always be resentful. But I could definitely see if Issa was like, you know what, I can't do this, this is too much for me, Lawrence defaulting to Condola. And then, you know, that's funny because Condola will permanently be in a place of he got with me by default. But for right now, it fulfills the prophecy. And look, I got the illusion of it all. I got what y'all want, a fine man with a good job, with a big dick and a good stick. He know how to use it and all the rest of that stuff. And he could fix cabinets and fix uteruses and all that type of stuff. And then before you know it, he ended up having 2 more kids with this lady. And then he sees Issa during her Sex in the City days, and that's the movie that we're going to see 30 years from now. Let me get back on track. Focus, Quentin. Condola. Done had real world sex, and I had some real world consequences that done fucked up everybody's life. And so what does Issa do? You know, I don't know why my spirit tells me that Issa's gonna take a chance at delving into this complicated shit. But what I do like is that at the very end of it, balance and harmony has been restored. Issa and Molly get together. Molly is back down to the restaurant with the perfect career and no man in a relationship she damn near ruined. And Issa is back talking to Molly about her overly complicated, fucked up life that really ain't gotta be complicated, but it is. This was a good season finale, y'all. I tied up a lot of loose ends. Let me backtrack because so much time was spent on postpartum depression for me to just skim over it. I love how they incorporated that. You know, it's very clear that Insecure was talking to women this particular season, and they found a way to work in a lot of issues that are not talked about, depression as a whole, but in particular postpartum depression. So shouts out to Issa and the team for being able to do that. If anything, though, they should have gave Condola as prepartum depression, so she could have kept her legs closed, and so now Issa and Lawrence won't be in real life depression like the rest of us. And Issa, let me tell you something. Please don't pull that bullshit and you go out here and making 50, 11 movies and we have to wait another year and a half or a year before we get another damn season. I mean, y'all write the shit in 2 weeks and film it in 3. Okay, it would seem to me that y'all would just go on ahead and put 2 or 3 seasons in the can and be done with it so we don't have to wait so long. You can go, we want you to expand, girl. We want you to continue breaking down barriers in Hollywood and opening up doors for the girls. We appreciate you and we see what you're doing, but we also like this first drug that you got us hooked on. So don't neglect us, sis. Anywho, y'all, if you're new to my channel, be sure to like and subscribe. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.